got 15 books about Cambodia and the Khmer Rouge sitting on her desk, and given all that, she's still complaining about, why can't I just use Wikipedia? Like I'm reading 3 chapters and they're not even telling me yet what the Khmer Rouge is. I could just go to Wikipedia and just wiki Khmer Rouge, and there it is right there. Why do I have to read all these freaking books?
You provided
it's an amazing perspective.
I just put a link up for you guys to open in a second, and this is exactly why not. Okay, go ahead and open the link, and I'll talk you through it. So the whole notion of quality of information that we have on the internet leads me into this other subject about how things would have been differently for each of us had we grown up in the internet era. For me, I probably would have had a lot more fun fucking with people, but I probably would have ended up in juvenile hall. Or, no joke, I probably would have gotten into serious trouble and done things that I hate myself for. Now, back then we'd come up with something clever to do at school to fuck with other people. And now it's like you get whole people of deviants like myself networking on like these really, arcane subforums on the internet and basically coming up with ways to ruin people's lives. And here's an interesting example is that this thing that you're looking at is for a drug, a dangerous new drug called Jenkem. And the whole thing is with Jenkem is that you shit and you defecate and you urinate in a bottle, and then you put a balloon up on the top, and then the methane and the ammonia will then expand that and fill that balloon up. You simply pop it off, and then you huff that bad boy.
Can't you just buy some marijuana?
Okay, just wait though. This is just the story's not even to the good part yet. So you're looking at the pictures, you see the kid. Take special note of the kid huffing on that fucking juice, on that pimp juice. So, like it's slang terms for this drug are butt hash, which I find particularly cool, and I don't know
That's
why.
pretty good.
But might.
Leroy Jenkins, that's a
yeah. So now that's a clue. Now you should pick up on that, because the thing is that Jenkem actually doesn't exist.
Right.
Some kids on the fucking forum made this shit up, and they said like, hey, let's just be ourselves and do this. Just like when Rory and I were talking about like Wang Wang and how he, he's the little person actor who plays as Agent 00. We made up this whole story about how he got pregnant by sitting on a public toilet and touches cloaca or this or that. And so they basically did something stupid like that. But then they convinced another guy on the Totsie forum, and that's the kid in the picture. His name is Pickwick. And Pickwick was already on that forum talking about, showing pictures of himself huffing Raid and other things, and it sounded like a good time to him. So what he did was Pickwick they convinced him to take pictures of himself making and huffing Jenkem. So he did that. And then he came to his senses, I don't know, like whatever, 6 to 10 hours after the fucking euphoria of the Jenkem. and he was like, hey man, took down these pictures, and he's like, hopefully word doesn't get around about this, that I did this. But it was too late. Once something's on the internet, it's up there. So the next chain in the story is that they somehow got this into the hands of a local sheriff, the Collier County Sheriff's Office. And then they produced the information bulletin you see, and then they started to distribute that. It was picked up by Fox News, that wonderful bastion of journalistic integrity. It was picked up by like a couple of other WINK local news, and they did full programs on it where they talked about, the dangers of like being, addicted to Jenkem and stuff. And then on the Fox News story, they actually referred to it as butt hash. So for me, it's that's like the fucking holy grail of griefing, right? I mean, like what I do is like jack shit. They got Fox News to say butt hash and warn people that their kids are going to be huffing their own ass. Like, so Jeff, there's 2 stories there. One is that's why your daughter shouldn't go to Wikipedia instead of consulting her stack of on fucking Pol Pot. And then the second is that.
Well, we don't use that exact reason, but yeah.